Body horror is pretty cool. This, I admit, is a little bit different from my usual content, and it's kind of in a last-minute improvisation type of video, because I usually write scripts and I plan everything out. But I kind of wanted to take the time to talk about Dead Space and John Carpenter's The Thing, and how it kind of integrates into one specific Marvel comic. Now, I've always loved Dead Space for so many things, but one predominant thing out of all of them is its body horror. It's just the way that enemies break into themselves, or body parts split, and you see the insides of rib cages, and just all sorts of nasty things like body horror. It's just amazing and spectacular. Especially the game's plot on how you have to fix up the Ishimura in order to escape, while also using your tools to basically dismember each and every person that used to be on the Ishimura that did some type of job. Along with that, just the many crazy enemy types that you have to fight off, and literally one of the most blood-curdling fucking enemies in this game is the one I'm showing you currently. But it also kind of leads into my favorite movie too, which is The Thing by John Carpenter. And showing off some of the concept art for the alien inside The Thing movie, you can sort of see where the inspiration for Dead Space comes from, with several different alien types with tendrils escaping their bodies, or people laying on top of other people, and just a monstrosity on top of a monstrosity. It's not only the body horror though that makes it my favorite movie, but it's also the underlying hysteria that goes through it as well, where throughout the movie people are pinned against each other and don't know who is who anymore, and who is the alien, or who could be the alien. And honestly, one of my favorite scenes from that movie is the ending, where MacReady thinks he kills the alien by the end, but then he meets up with one of the other survivors and kind of tricks them into showing that they are the alien itself. So you can pretty much see the similarities between Dead Space and The Thing. And also, John Carpenter himself said on many occasions that he wants to make a Dead Space movie, so where the fuck is that, is my only question. But on the subject of Dead Space and The Thing by John Carpenter, there's also a Marvel comic that kind of takes inspiration from both things and plays it out pretty fucking well, I might add. And it all comes from a comic book called Avengers Halloween Special #1. This story starts off with a version of Tony Stark piloting a helicopter in what seems like Antarctica, in hopes to find an old biological weapon his father hid many years ago, as he wants to find this biological weapon and repurpose it to better his company, renting out 2 of the best hired guns to find said biological weapon and bring it back home to make millions. But weirdly enough, on his way there, he sees a Captain America thawed completely from the ice, lighting a fire beside him. And it's here we're introduced to the 2 best mercenaries Tony Stark's money could buy, which is Deadpool and Colossus playing rock, paper, and scissors, not taking their mission seriously at all, as Deadpool literally pushes Colossus out of the way so he can avoid all the conflict, and when Colossus tries to encounter Captain America splits Colossus's head clean open. And immediately after Colossus dies, Deadpool jumps out of the helicopter into the storm and hopes to get his revenge on Captain America, while Tony Stark does some readings on Captain America and finds something really odd about him. And because Deadpool decided to run into the fight alone, Tony Stark would have to suit up and fight Captain America along with Deadpool. But upon Iron Man entering a shifty bunker, he would find a sight he never thought he would see ever in his life, because he'd literally see Deadpool being ripped apart by Captain America, being eaten by his stomach in such a disgusting panel. And it becomes even more eerie when Captain America starts to talk to Iron Man about how he had to fight his father off too, and how he killed him the same exact way he's killing Deadpool. But instead of running away, Iron Man decides to use his flamethrowers on Captain America to kill him, as Captain America shouts to Iron Man that he should have just left him in the ice. But Iron Man refuses to listen to him, as he still views him as a biological weapon he could use for his company. However, upon fighting Captain America, Deadpool's arms and legs start to morph into another monstrosity and try to attack Iron Man. And while distracted trying to burn off the limbs of Deadpool, Captain America throws his shield and creates a massive blow in his armor, with this monstrosity that used to be Captain America also complimenting Tony Stark's armor, saying that it's more strong than his father's armor that he created to put up a fight with him, with Tony Stark saying back that his armor's strong enough to keep him and the keys to that helicopter safe during the storm that's coming. But Captain America thinks otherwise, as he knows Iron Man's technology requires a power core, and since the power core is starting to fail, Tony Stark might die in the armor as well, along with Captain America through the storm. So with the 2 not really having any other options than to sit by the fire and keep warm, Captain America just asks, what should we do now? And the comic pretty much ends the same way as the movie Thing, with Iron Man just saying to Captain America, why don't we just wait here for a while and see what happens? And the story, as far as we know, ends there, with a stalemate. We don't know who wins, we don't know if they live or if they die, but one thing's for sure, It's a fucking awesome adaptation. Now, I hope you guys like this video, and I know it's not my typical way of doing content, but I just wanted to do something different for a change. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.